Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to the In the Zone Daily ACD Recap for Thursday, June 9th, 2016. In these recap videos, I go over the best ACD setups that occurred on this day. These videos are intended to show you the types of trades the ACD method offers on a daily basis. Let's look at today's trading. Okay, today's trading wasn't all that great. We started off slow this morning. We actually didn't have A up or an A down or a fade of the A's until almost 1:30 in the afternoon. So bit of a slow day. I hope you guys have noticed this week that the market has changed, and we're not getting as many good setups as we were in the past. A lot of that has to do with, I think, coming to the end of the contract, the June contract, and getting ready to roll over into the September contract. And so this makes the trading get a little bit unpredictable. And so just going forward, until this June contract expires, we need to just be patient and wait for the setups and realize that the market can change from time to time. And the setups, sometimes you'll go through a phase where you got really good signals, one or two really good signals every day. And then you'll have weeks like this week where I think the trading has been, a little bit more difficult because the signals they're just not as good at this point with the contract expiration. So just be patient. Okay, so let's look at what happened today. Like I said, this morning we pushed up here and didn't get close enough to the A up to fade it, and then we pushed down here again, didn't get close enough to fade it. Finally, around the 1:10 in the afternoon, we got a good opportunity to fade. Now this was a good opportunity to fade. It took a while. I'll show you the 1 minute here in just a second. But the reason this was a good one to fade is because this morning we put in our initial balance low here, and we traded below that initial balance here and again over here. And when we pushed up, we were trading above the initial balance high here. So knowing that you've traded on both sides of the initial balance tends to lead itself to a neutral day, which means that you're going to get rotation back down towards the opening range. So this was a good A up to fade. And like I said, it took a while for it to roll over. But once it rolled over, it went down, was about 4 points or so. So let me bring up the 1 minute chart here and show you. Here, as we touch the A point for the first time, it kind of consolidates underneath of it. And this is usually a warning sign, okay? This is like, like I mentioned a couple days ago in a video, that you want to see some pretty quick, swift rejection. This one didn't do that, and it took a while for it to finally roll over, but then it does roll over. Now, I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to show you that when it comes back down, remember, when you're above the opening range high, you want to be bullish, and you want, when price comes down to the top of the opening range, that's going to be your first level of support. So this is where you want to get out of some of your position right in front of this opening range high. Now, if it can continue to sell off and get into the opening range and close the bar back in the opening range, then you have the possibility of it pushing all the way through the opening range. But here you can see that they had a wick here, and another wick here, and they couldn't close the bar back into the opening range, and then price turned up. And then again here on the second touch, you don't want to fade the second touch, okay? And sure enough, this one confirmed. Now, this one is not the best A up to take, and the reason is because you've got this pivot range above you that's going to act as resistance. And so if you take this one, you've got to realize that you've got to fight through this pivot range before it can get any kind of momentum to the upside. So that's why I say it's not the best A up to take. Now, if you would have taken it, you could have gotten a couple points out of it. But like I said, it wasn't the best of setups. It was, kind of late in the day, and they had this pivot range in the way. So again, not the greatest trade. And this week has been, I think this week has been difficult to trade. And like I said, I attributed that to contract expiration. So tomorrow I will switch over to the September contract and start trading that contract. And then next Friday, of course, the June contract will expire. And I think once that happens, Then we'll get back to more normal setups, hopefully. So hopefully we'll look forward to some better trading ahead. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today, and we'll talk at you later.